Welcome. So in this tutorial, I'm just gonna go real quick and show you how this is gonna help you monetize, network, and grow. So don't skip this because at some point you're gonna wanna see, oh man, this did that and I could have made that much. So let's just get into it and how you can actually use Tweet Hunter to monetize, network, and grow. So first, we'll start with monetize. There's a couple tools here that you can use. Well, there's a lot, but the tools that you can actually use to monetize are here. So for example, this is just where you write tweets. If you go right here on auto plug, once your tweet breaks a certain amount of likes, you can plug in something below. And that's better because Twitter doesn't limit your reach. And that way you can get a lot of signups and you won't have to sacrifice like tweet limiting your links. That's one. Another one's auto DM. And this one's fun because you can say that whenever people like, reply, or retweet, you could go ahead and send them something, right? Like for instance, I just post a video, right? And I said, if you like this tweet, I'll send you a video of it, and that way I get likes on my video, I get views on it, and my tweet gets traction. See what I mean by that? So definitely useful. And the last one to monetize is one of the most powerful ones. If you go to staff picks right here and you go to sales tweets, you can find sales tweets that have already converted. This I know for a fact, these are gonna make you money. So you just have to see, okay, this is a meme, right? Oh, this is a discount. This is a testimonial, like wall, right? This is a raising value because you're gonna have a deadline, right? So you have several tweet templates you can just copy paste and make money with. Like don't exactly put, like say exactly what they're saying, obviously, but see what's the idea behind it. Why did this convert and use it for yourself, right? So that's how we cover monetize. Now we're gonna cover networking. So if you go right here to engage, you have two options. You can just go to keywords and say, I'd like to engage with people that do X, right? So maybe I'll give you an example: business, copywriting, marketing, persuasion, Twitter, audience. That's my stuff, right? So I press search. So now we're here, right? So we got this right here, and it's someone with 37,000 followers that tweeted 18 hours ago with 31,000 likes. So that's a very viral tweet. So I can input what I think about it right here. And just like that, I get access to all of these people's accounts just because I can be at the top, just because I can comment on them first before other people do it. That's one way. The second way is if you go to people and let's say you have a list on Twitter of people who you'd like to engage with. Simply what you do is you add the list, or you can add individual accounts right here, and you just engage with them right there. There are four main types of capital, right? Great red. For example, right? Be the hero you want. See what I mean? You get access to them and you can just crunch them out in like 5 minutes. You get access to all these accounts. That's how you network. The most extensive one now is how you actually grow. So stick with me and I'll show you how to actually grow a great Twitter account with leverage that you can monetize and you can use for whatever you want. So if you go right here to search, you'll find that Twitter's just saying one thing 1,000 different ways. Now, never plagiarize, never copy, but look at tweets and think, what's the idea behind the tweet? And then tweet about it. Say something related to it. If it's viral, it means it works. So if you go right here, I'll just look for a random one, right? 9 Chrome extensions for all your growth marketing needs. Like this gives me an idea. So let's say, so this one doesn't really have anything to do with this, but it gave me an example. Like, okay, some high ROI stuff that you can use like this. So you go over tweets that already went viral, which you already have a lesson on Tweet Hunter University, by the way, right here, Tweet Hunter U. You go over tweets that already went viral and you think, okay, what are they trying to say? And then you say it a different way, or you combine it with another idea. So that's the search function. We have over 1 million tweets right here. So have fun, okay? Now, if you go to staff picks right here, you can see tweets about certain niches that have already performed well. So let's say you talk a lot about fitness and nutrition. You're a coach, you can go here and see all those tweets about fitness and nutrition that you can just take and use and think, okay, how can I maybe get something out of this? Same thing with self-improvement, money, marketing, and sales, peace, make money online. There's over 2,000 over here, so have fun. This tab for you is when you edit your personalized feed saying what you actually talk about, it'll come up with tweets about that same topic. So you don't have to search, right? This is like your personalized feed and you can think, okay, if this is what the AI came up with me, it means that whatever I talk about is relevant to this. So you can get inspiration from this as well. Now the fun part. So if you go right here on your schedule, edit queue, you're gonna see a couple things. Number one is you're gonna see which time your followers are most active. Very important. If you see, my best times are like 7:30 and 9, which is kind of where I have stuff scheduled, and then at 2. And you see other things right here. That's the evergreen slots. Evergreen slots is basically your best tweets ever. Retweet them during those times. And what does is that puts you at the top of the timeline. It gives you relevance because you're gonna be at the top. So if you want to add an evergreen tweet, you go right here, evergreen, and you can tell people, add my tweet automatically when it reaches 400 likes. Or you can import tweets and say, oh, this is the link for the tweet, and it'll add it. And then when you're busy running your business, when you're busy doing other stuff, we will auto retweet your stuff for you. So we put you at the top. If you go right here to my feed, you're gonna see everything that you have scheduled. So evergreen slots are green, usual tweets are blue, and threads are purple right here. See? And if you go to feed settings, this is super cool. You can delete retweets automatically after 12 hours or whatever you want, right? The cool thing here is you don't have to pollute your timeline, right? It deletes anything. Even if you retweeted via Tweet Hunter, even if you retweeted via the Twitter app, like it will auto delete. So your Twitter feed will be clean, right? After 12 hours of retweeting something. Pretty cool. Now, I can't believe I messed this one up. Let's write with AI. Or actually, let's let AI write for you. So if you see a tweet that you'd like to kind of tweak, right? You like AI to write it for you. Just go over a tweet. Just go over the tweet. Click the AI button and it'll rewrite it for you. The best brands don't sell through social media. They build communities of fans and followers. That's a hell of a tweet. So you add it to the queue. And by the way, this adds it automatically to the queue that you've already set here. So you don't need to tell them when to post. You just set it once and it'll autofill it for you. Here's how you add evergreen slots. And here's how you choose. One of the easiest ways to get followers is to write threads. So if you go to thread starters, and the hardest part, by the way, about writing a thread is getting the first tweet right. So if you go to thread starters, you can choose out of like hundreds of threads that have already performed well, and you can just choose, right, which one fits you the best. And when you write your thread, which by the way, you write tweet, and if you want to write a thread, you enter 3 times. Tweet 2, right? If you want to write a thread, I would recommend you go over here, you thread delay it by 1 minute. Because when you post a thread just like that, Twitter limits it because it looks like spam, right? But when you delay it by 1 minute, then the tweets come out at the top every time. It's just these little things, right? It's just these little things, the auto retweet, the evergreen, the auto plug, that give you little advantages that really add up. Let's say you're really dry and you're like, man, I have no idea what to talk about. Go right here to the thread idea generator and just talk about whatever you're talking now, right? 4 most effective ways to launch a digital product. 10 ways to lose your audience. This is good. 9 things you should never tell. 10 methods to increase sales. The 5 step methods to increasing your sales. This actually works, right? You use them for inspiration. Let's say you don't know what hook to use, because that's the most important part of the thread, by the way, the first tweet, the hook. So you talk about, and I talk about best online business methods. Let's see what's up, right? Here are some hooks that you can use. I've started $2 billion companies. Well, I haven't, but I have started a couple not billion-dollar companies. That's 2 out of 5 total, so 3 or 5 have failures. I'm posting this to prove it. Oh, this is actually good. So you can come up with an idea from this. Like, I've started like 12 businesses. 2 of them worked, 10 of them didn't. So here are the 10 lessons that I learned per each one that failed. See, that's good. It gives you ideas. When you look at this thing, you need to be open to receiving ideas. AI can do the work for you. Yes, it can, but you can also like help it. Once you combine like the power of a computer and AI and stuff with you as a creative being, as a human, there's absolutely nothing you can't create. If you go right here, you can find your analytics, how much you've grown, right? These ones are the tweets that generated the most followers. It's important for you to understand where they come from, right? Where does engagement come from? Where does reach come from? I recommend focusing on followers or sales, but again, to each its own. And the last thing that I'll show you is Tweet Hunter U. This is Tweet Hunter University. This thing is really gonna help you. This thing is really gonna make you money. So this is exactly how we get 4 things: networking, sales, followers, and engagement. And you go over this and it's gonna take you less than 10 minutes. But in the end, you're gonna come out with new connections, you're gonna come out with more plans, you're gonna come up with something for you to actually monetize this thing and get it done. Remember, the more you put in, the more you get out. You keep trying, you keep doing this, you keep using all this unfair advantage that you got now that you're part of Tweet Hunter and you get the Twitter University. You keep doing this thing on the guide, you will win. If you have any questions, you can reach out to the founders. We'll help you out, or support will help you out. Like, there's no way you don't win if you just keep sticking with this for at least a couple months. So try it, play with it, use these unfair advantages to your advantage and actually win. See you inside.